Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for the witness for being here today. There's no more urgent matter for this committee than the ongoing war in Iran. Trump took this country to war. It wasn't Congress, wasn't our allies. The president alone made this choice. Nearly a month in, 13 American service members have died. Thousands more American service members are on their way to the Middle East. Tens of billions of taxpayer dollars have been spent, and we're hearing that the administration will be asking Congress for $200 billion more to pay for the cost of the war. This war is destabilizing the entire Middle East. It's putting Americans here and abroad in danger. It's driving up the cost of living for our fellow Americans at home. Gas prices nearing $5 a gallon in my home state of Arizona. Not to mention, the administration is going back on years of bipartisan consensus to limit Russia's oil revenue, lifting sanctions on Russian energy sales over Moscow's ongoing full-scale invasion of Ukraine. That's hurting the effort to support Ukraine. Ukrainian President Zelensky said it best: the boost in revenue gives Vladimir Putin the confidence to continue the war in Ukraine indefinitely. I hear from my constituents every day. They are furious. You don't want to be dragged into another forever war. Neither do I. To date, this administration has offered no strategy, no clear objectives, no credible plan to end this conflict, nothing. Are these rumored negotiations real? Are they just a stall tactic for the next full-scale attack? We don't know. The President administration has not come before Congress or the American people to make the case. That is the reason why Secretary Rubio must appear before our committee. He must make the case to Congress and to the American people why we're in this war, what winning looks like, and how we get out of this war. Mr. Undersecretary, the administration made a choice not to come to Congress to make the case for the war in Iran. Do you agree with that decision?
Sir, I'm here today to talk about the programs I oversee. I'm happy to answer questions about that.
I appreciate that. This Trump's war in Iran has significant ramifications around the globe. So many of them have been covered by my colleagues, so I don't want to repeat the point, but at the very least, to start a war of choice in Iran has sent mixed signals to our partners in the Indo-Pacific, most notably Taiwan. The longer the war continues, the more we will burn through stocks of munitions critical for any regional conflict, and the longer we will spend once again bogged down in the Middle East instead of focused in on China. I'm particularly concerned that not only do the U.S. arms sales to Taiwan face severe delivery backlogs, but the more than $13 billion in sales to Taiwan were stalled as a reported, quote, diplomatic maneuver, unquote, ahead of the anticipated summit between President Trump and Xi Jinping. That summit has now been postponed. What steps can you take for faster delivery of these much-needed platforms to Taiwan?
Thank you, Congressman, for the question. I mean, I think at a macro level, most importantly, we've been extremely forward-leaning on modernizing the defense industrial base. That not only includes the War Department, but the regulatory framework that I oversee at the State Department to make sure that we have more capabilities faster, really across the world, not just to Taiwan and other partners and allies. We just implemented our second executive order. The America First Arms Transfer Strategy, as I mentioned earlier, I think is extremely creative framework so that we don't continue to sort of contribute to the problem of backlogs, and that we look to other capabilities, help with demand signals to industry, so that those support our foreign policy objectives worldwide, really.
Yeah. The Congress has not received a significant or serious explanation as to why there was the stalling of the $13 billion in arms sales to our critically important arms sales to Taiwan. This committee will take up the Porcupine Act soon, which defines Taiwan as a NATO +5 country, meaning shorter approval timelines. Is the administration supportive of Congress enacting legislation to make sure Taiwan receives the same treatment as members of the NATO +5?
Again, I'm not familiar with your bill. I'm happy to look at it and talk to your team about it.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of it because obviously it's seems to be right up your alley, if you will, the
I
area.
have a
that you-
large alley, sir.
Fair enough, but you're the one in charge, and so you should be in full command of the issues underneath your purview. So I look forward to this committee taking up Porcupine Act and supporting it. It's critical for our support of the critical support of Taiwan.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
happy
you.
to look at it and get back to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I yield back.